So today I want to talk about the pros and the cons and give my opinion about the Lekato 2.4 gigahertz wireless instrument system as found on Amazon. So be sure and watch to the end for my recommendation, and I've included a link in the description, and be sure to hit that like button and we'll get started. So first, let's talk about the build quality. As with any other wireless system and most gear today, really, it's made from plastic. It seems to be a light duty plastic, in which reduces the weight and perhaps the durability as well. The TS stem here, the 1/4 inch stem. It seems to be of decent quality. The hinges are tight. Now they may loosen up over time, but I've had this for a few weeks now and the hinges are still tight. I've used it several times and the hinges are still tight, and which makes it easy to fit in certain instruments, such as the Fender Strat has the beveled input jack. So you basically just plug it in there and fold it over, and it fits in there very nicely. Of course, your Les Pauls and your Telecasters and mandolins, you know, stuff like that. Of course, they're flat surface mount. So what I do is I just put them in there and I tuck it up, and it's out of the way. But the build quality could be a little bit better. It could be a little bit more durable. But I would give the build quality probably a 6 out of 10. So let's look at the pros. The first pro is it's plug and play. Once you charge the battery and once you link it up, you simply plug it in and you're playing. It's just as easy, if not easier, than a cord. The second pro is it's compact. So this is all you're going to see when it's on the instrument. And I've tried this on my bass guitar, my mandolin, my 6-string banjo, my acoustic guitar, and my electric guitar. And it even fits on my Strat. It fits nicely on my Strat. Let me show you what it looks like on a Strat. So there you go. There's your receiver or your transmitter, and as you can see, I have black hardware, so it blends right in. It is a little bit loose, but that's your input jack. It just swivels in the input jack because it has nothing to lock on. But as you can see here, I mean, you can play it anyway. I don't know why you'd want to, but you could play it anyway. But yeah, so you just hook it on like that, and it's nice and compact, and honestly, it doesn't really affect your playing that much that it does swivel. But you know, maybe you could go inside if it bothers you. Maybe you can go inside and tighten your jack up a little bit. I don't recommend that, but hey, you could. So the number 3 pro is the battery life. The battery life well exceeds my expectations. So I charged it when I first got it, and I charged it all night, and I've been playing from playing time and standby time. I would say there's 6 hours on this charge, and it is still in the blue. Of course, it's blinking. It's waiting on the transmitter to turn on, and once it turns on, both of them will turn blue. It takes about 2 seconds and you're ready to play. So the battery life definitely exceeded my expectations on this. Now I will charge this before I play again Sunday. But brings me to number 4, which it's multi-instrument compatible. Like I said, I've had it on banjos, mandolins, electrics, acoustics. The only thing I haven't tried is a microphone. just a standard dynamic microphone. And honestly, I probably won't. I have no need to. But I don't see why it wouldn't work if you could get it to fit somehow. If you could maybe modify the microphone for this to go in there. But honestly, you might as well just buy a mic. I mean, on Amazon, you can get them for 50, 60 bucks, which, you know, this is about 50 bucks shipped to you. So, which brings me to number 5. It's inexpensive. At under half the cost of a name brand. And I would say, I think the closest name brand that I found online was about $99. And that wasn't a Boss or, you know, or any good name brand as we would say. It was just maybe a Gemini or something. I think it was like $99. I think the Boss was $159. I think the Line 6 was around 130 bucks. So at $47, under 50 bucks shipped, you could buy 3 of these to 1. Which brings me to my next point. With this system here, you can have 4 transmitters for 1 receiver. So this is the receiver. So if I had 4 instruments over there, I could buy I could buy 3 more of these, or 3 more transmitters, and they would all link up to 1 receiver. So I could have standby guitars, basses, or whatever I was playing that night, and I would not have to relink, or I wouldn't have to have them on cords or whatever. So that's a huge benefit. I really enjoy being able to have that option. I usually always have an extra guitar on site, so even if a battery goes dead or something, you can always just grab another one, transmitter, or just grab another instrument and keep playing. But I do recommend not going. I kind of went longer than I should have with charging these, just to kind of see what it would do. So, you know, I'm on about 6 hours of standby and playing time, and that's all I'm going to give it. I'm going to go ahead and charge it before this Sunday. So pro number 6 would be sound quality. The sound quality is awesome. Again, I can't tell the difference between a cord and this transmitter. So yeah, guys, this system's definitely impressed me so far. But let's go ahead and look at the cons. So the cons. Honestly, there's not that many cons, but I would say that the build quality would definitely be at the top of the list. And that is my number 1, is the build quality. That's the number 1 con that I've got listed. And I'm just not sure how long this will last. I'm just not sure with the thinner, cheaper, inexpensive, however you want to say it, plastic. I'm not sure how this would last under vigorous stage use. As for me, leading worship every Sunday, I think it'll be just fine. I don't jump around and you know, I don't do a lot of movement when I'm leading worship. So I think for me, this will probably last a while. But if you're in a metal band, if you're in a rock band, or if you're in a punk band, I'm not sure how long you would get out of it. But you know, at $47, you know, under $50, I would still say it would be worth a try. But yeah, the build quality would definitely be a concern for me in certain situations. And the number two con, you know, I don't know how long this battery will last. And what I'm saying is, I know it's lasted for 6 hours on my first charge, but what kind of battery memory does this have? Does it have the type of memory like the old batteries that hold memory, and you go from 6 hours to 4 hours to 3 hours to 2 hours? So, you know, that is the unknown right now for me. I'm not sure in a year how long my battery will last, or will I have to buy another transmitter to be able to get an hour or even 2 hours out of my transmitter and receiver. I don't know. That's why it's in the cons section. And number 3 is you know, it just simply, it feels inexpensive. It feels cheapish. Now, it doesn't feel like it's flimsy or anything, but if you've ever held a Boss, or if you've ever held the Line 6, then it's not going to feel like that. This is lighter, and it just feels different. So, you know, if you're looking for a little bit better build, you know, you're going to have to get out of the $50 range and go to the $150 range. And, you know, with that, I'm sure you get other benefits as well. But I'm not making a living at leading worship. So I feel like that for 47 bucks, this will do me just fine. So with that said, let me give you a live demo of what this sounds like through my PA at my church when I was testing this out when I first got it. And keep in mind, I'm probably around 50 foot from the receiver. And I think the range on this, they said, was maximum of line of sight is 60 feet. And I would say I'm about 40 to 50 feet away. And of course, it did not drop out, and it sounded just fine. But if you have a wall in between you, I don't know why you would, but if you have a wall in between you and your amp, you know, that may lessen the range quite a bit. But again, if you're playing a show, I don't know why you would be behind a wall anyway. But anyway, let's look at that live demo real quick. So my final thoughts. Would I recommend the Lekato WS-80 wireless 2.4 gigahertz guitar instrument system? My answer is yes, I would. Simply because it does what it says it does what it says it does on the Amazon description. Now, I don't know how long. We may revisit this in 4 or 5 months, but for a $50 price point, I don't think you're going to get a better wireless system than this. And it is certainly worth a try. For $50, you can go totally wireless, and all you have to do is keep up your battery charge and be sure that it stays linked up. And you can't go wrong with this system for 50 bucks. For the price and the performance that you get out of these, I would highly recommend that if you're a weekend musician or a non-vigorous musician in perhaps the country genre, the contemporary Christian music genre, if you lead worship on Sundays, then I think that this is the ideal situation for you, that this is the ideal product for you. So let me know what you think in the comments. I've got a link to these again in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll be glad to answer them as fast as I can, and I'll see you next time.